Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to create a quiz in Canvas by building through the module. So I am showing you from the page that will pop up when you sign in. Go ahead and pick the course that you want to build the quiz in. I'm going to choose my sandbox. And then over on the left-hand side in your navigation for your course, you're going to want to choose modules. You have to decide which module you would like to build the quiz within. I'm going to go ahead and build it in week 1. And you will click on the plus sign that is all the way to the right of the title. Click on the plus sign. At this drop-down menu, you're going to change it from assignment to quiz. And then you want to hit new quiz because we're making something new. And go ahead and give it a name. It will not let you move on from this step unless you have named it. The assignment group is what it's going to be logged under, and this is a quiz. I know I have duplicates. I choose the first option. And then the indentation is up to you. That is how much you want it to indent within the module, and that is completely up to how you are organizing your modules. When you are happy with the name and with the details that you've chosen, go ahead and click Add Item. The default is that any new item added to a module goes directly to the bottom. So you will go find it at the bottom. There it is. If you don't want it to stay there, which you probably don't, go ahead and click and hold on the little 8-dot icon right here and drag it to where you would like to assign the quiz. So I want my quiz on Tuesday. I click and drag and release when I get there. So now we need to edit it to actually insert the questions or the content of our quiz. So click on the title and it will bring you to a new page. This is the page of details about the quiz. Because we haven't done anything to it yet, there's not really a lot of information here for us to look at. You do have some tools up at the top. You have the option to publish or unpublish. Remember, publishing makes it viewable to the students. We have a preview button, so once you have your content in there and you want to see how it works for a student, you can hit preview. And then edit. Edit is what we want to do right now. When you select edit, it brings you into the editing part where you can add details to your quiz. So this first box is just the title. We already gave it a name, but feel free to change it if you'd like. And then we have that rich content editor. It's the same thing you use for editing your homepage or editing assignments. It's basically like a Google Doc in terms of changing the font size and details. You can type directly into the box. Hello. Here's a quiz. And you can also upload different types of files or insert different files with quiz instructions. Keep in mind that these are quiz instructions. So this is not where you are putting the questions. Just like I showed you in the assignment video and in the rich content editor video, you have the option to add a link to an outside website. You can upload a photo that you might have on your computer or search Unsplash for copyright-free photos. You can insert recorded or uploaded media. So if you want to give the instructions to the quiz via speaking to the students, you can record a video or just an audio recording. You have the option to upload documents that are saved onto your computer, maybe a Microsoft Word document or a PDF. And then if you click on these 3 dots, you again you can clear the formatting, you can add a table, a math equation, or you can pull in directions. Maybe you have them saved on a Google Drive document. You could use the apps to insert the document from Google Drive, etc. So if you scroll down, it is going to give you some more options for your quiz. You can choose a practice quiz, a graded survey, ungraded survey. Typically, you're going to choose graded quiz. And again, we've already set the assignment group to quizzes on that front page. Now you've got some options. Remember, syncing to SIS means that you want this to be recorded as a grade within Infinite Campus. So you can sync that to Infinite Campus by clicking on this checkbox. You can shuffle the answers, which is really just best practice. Students might try and share answers, and by shuffling it, you can help mitigate that process. You can set a time limit, so you can set how long you want students to be able to attempt the quiz and type it in right here if you choose to do that. If you type in 12 minutes, but you don't check off this box, it's not going to set that time limit. You need to make sure you do both. Now you can allow for multiple attempts, and you can also set how you want those attempts graded. So if you're going to allow them to have 3 attempts, you would check off this box and put 3 in that box. And then you can choose to either keep the highest score, you can keep the averages of all of the scores, or you can keep the latest score. That's up to you. If you only want them to be able to try it once, don't click that box. Okay, now you have some options about student feedback. If you click on this first box, that means you are going to allow students to see their responses, and that means that they will be able to see which ones they got wrong. And you can choose, if you want them to do that they can only do it once after each attempt, or you can choose if you want them to see the correct answer, and again, you have some options under there. You can change the date for when they can see the correct answers. You also have the option to have students only see one question at a time. In terms of restrictions, you could require an access code. That means the students will have to actually type in a password to be able to access that quiz. And you can also have it filter IP addresses. This is not something that I recommend right now because we don't have control over those IP addresses when they're, learning from a distance. And then you can choose who to assign it to. So once again, you can assign it to everyone in the course. You can type in individual students. You can change or set a due date, and you can change when the students are actually able to submit something for this quiz. Once you are happy with your details, you will save it. So we have all the details in there. However, we haven't actually put any questions in. So again, we go back up to Edit. And if you notice, we have little tabs up here. You're going to want to click on Questions. And this is where you add the questions for the quiz. So go ahead and click on New Question, this plus sign right here. You can name the question. So if you want to number them, I'm just going to change it to question number 1. I can change how many points the question is worth over here. And here is where I choose what kind of question I want to ask. So depending on what you choose, it's going to change your options below. So if I want to choose multiple choice, I am going to type in my question in the box. And again, it's that same text editor, so you can add those other files if you so choose. And then the quiz editor wants you to put in what the correct answer is. So the correct answer of 2 plus 2 is 4. But students might answer 1, they might answer 2, and they might answer 3. So these are all incorrect answers. If you only want them to have 3 options, you would go ahead and click the trash can over here, and that gets rid of that 4th option. If you want them to have more, you can click the little plus over here that says add another answer, and you can have as many choices as you'd like. Once you're happy with your question, you're happy with what you've designated as the correct answer, you will click Update Question, and now that question is going to appear in my box. And you can keep adding questions until you're happy with your quiz, and then go ahead and press Save. So again, you can preview the quiz by clicking on the Preview button, and this is what it's going to look like for the students. Remember, I set myself a 12-minute time limit, so here is my clock that is running. I only have 1 question. I can select my answer. I can submit my quiz. And it gives them all kind of details. Like, I know that the student only spent 1 minute on the quiz, so, it either wasn't hard enough or they didn't try very hard. So that is how you make a quiz for students. As always, if you have any questions, I'm here to help.